This week on Inside Boulder News, businesses prepare for new zero waste requirements. The city participates in a full-scale wildland fire training exercise. And Open Space and Mountain Parks releases a new guidebook designed to make open space more inclusive. Welcome to Inside Boulder News. I'm Ashley Prill. New universal waste requirements take effect this year for Boulder homeowners, property owners, businesses, and special events. The city offers free zero waste advising and rebates to businesses and property owners to help them comply with the new requirements.
So whether that's setting up recycling and compost service, moving to the next level and getting hard to recycle set up, and maybe food donations as well. A lot of businesses think it's super helpful. They're excited about recycling and composting. Generally, we'll go into a business to help advise them, and they're like, we should have been doing this a long time ago. It's really easy.
Full Cycle is a full-service bike shop that's been in business in Boulder since 1982. We're the oldest bike shop in Boulder in continuous operation. It's really not been difficult at all. The most challenging thing is just explaining to people what the bins are for and making sure that everybody knows the difference between compost, recycling, and throwaway trash.
Burgers, beer, and atmosphere. I think we have kind of turned into the community pub of sorts. It's kind of like, when you have to do your laundry, it becomes it's more of a pain by thinking about it, but once you actually get into it, it's not very hard. Everything that we have in-house, that can recycle, we do recycle. We have a recycling bin out back, we have a recycling bin in our kitchen. Up front, we are pretty tight on space. We don't have like a 3-bin system by any means. We recycle by putting our recycling in a bus tub and then bringing it out when it gets full throughout the shift. All of our food and napkins and wax paper and everything that we use on the floor should compost, so almost everything that we're putting in the landfill currently will be compostable within the month. We just have to get the trash bins in and get our compost bin out back, and then I think it's more just going to be some growing pains when it first comes in, and making sure that we're not contaminating the compost. Living in Boulder, most people around here are very accepting of compost, so our staff is pretty excited, and I think it's been a long time coming.
We do think that being part of this program is going to attract more people to our business because they want to do business with organizations like ours that embrace this type of sustainability.
For more information about new zero waste requirements, to access training and compliance resources, and to apply for rebates, visit ZeroWasteBoulder.com. To request free advising assistance, contact the city. On May 20th and 21st, a full-scale training exercise involving more than 25 agencies and more than 300 participants took place in Boulder. The exercise was designed to simulate all elements of a wildland fire incident, from the initial response to mass care management.
The reason why we do these is, we make a lot of plans, we work with a lot of our local partners, we develop processes, and we think they're going to work. But until you actually take a plan and you test it, you really don't know.
So any event in the region is as much a City of Boulder event as it is a regional event. We learned that in the floods in 2013. We're not in a bubble. And a lot of these agencies, even on smaller events, we work with routinely. So this is a way to get everybody involved and make sure that we can communicate and talk.
The last event we had obviously was the flood. Before that it was the 2012 Flagstaff fire. And then before that we had the 2010 4 Mile fire. So we've never really done the full scales. We had one in 2008, which was a flood exercise. That was the last full scale we did because we were having very large real scale events. And we were doing the after action and improvement planning process after those events, really learning from the event and then making big changes to the way that we manage disasters here in Boulder County and the City of Boulder. It's been really since 2013, good 3 years, going on 4 years, since we've had to actually use this full capability. And the drill today, or the exercise today, is actually testing all the components of our disaster response system.
For more information about how to prepare for a real disaster, visit the Office of Emergency Management website, where you can download a free guide. Last weekend, the City of Boulder's Open Space and Mountain Parks Department proudly celebrated the release of a brand new guidebook. Boulder OSMP Accessible Trails and Sites is a 39-page guidebook that provides details on 30 city trails where visitors experiencing disabilities can enjoy nature. OSMP Outreach Coordinator Topher Downham has been working on creating the guidebook since 2012.
Well, it's important for everybody to get out into nature and get that connection and get away from the hustle bustle of the city. Most of the trails are crusher fine trails, like kind of hard packed, real small gravel. Pretty easy to wheel on with a wheelchair or some other mobility device. But some are, you get a mountain experience, like on the Ute Trail. You can actually see all the peaks in the background up there, real beautiful ponderosa pine forest. Whereas down here, you're more in a riparian area next to a creek. You can hear the stream in the background, pretty peaceful, a few birds chirping. So all sorts of different experiences. We try to kind of segment each description so that you can find information real quick. But we have like how to get there, a little map, things that are available at each of the trailheads, bathrooms, etc. We talk about the culture and history. So that was actually really interesting doing the research on that. We also focus on the hard spots. There's a little section that tells you exactly what you're gonna have a hard time with. The cross slope, it's less than 5%, typically like maybe 2%. Makes it a lot easier. You want to keep the trails under 8% for the most part. You don't want roots and rocks that are over 2 inches. Yeah, you want to keep it pretty flat, pretty moderate. I mean, and this book is just a little marker on the way. We're still trying to make trails more accessible and make more of them. And if there's problems, we want to fix them. And yeah, so we're always trying to make things better.
The new guidebook is available online and at several city locations, including OSMP's administration building. On Friday, June 3rd, you're invited to take a break from work and join the Boulder Police Department as they celebrate Colorado's courageous Special Olympics athletes. The annual Law Enforcement Torch Run for Special Olympics Colorado is a 4-mile walk, run, or bike, and the entire community is encouraged to participate.
Well, Special Olympics is a great organization and it helps individuals with intellectual disabilities through sports. Every year the Boulder Police Department organizes an annual torch run that benefits Special Olympics. This year we're really hoping that we can get some partners within the city to join us on this 4-mile run, walk, or bike on Boulder Creek Path. It's happening on Friday, June 3rd at 9:30, and then at 11:30 you can join us back at the police department for a great barbecue. In addition to helping Special Olympics, you walk away with a great shirt and knowing that you've just helped a great cause.
Registration is $30 for adults and $20 for students or youth under 15. Get more information about the event and register by visiting the city's website. Boulder's civic area will be bustling with activity this Memorial Day weekend. The 29th annual Boulder Creek Festival will feature fun activities for the whole family, including 9 event areas, carnival rides, local music and dance performances, and close to 500 vendors. Due to creek flow conditions, the popular Expand Duck Race will be rescheduled as part of the Hometown Festival, which will occur Labor Day weekend. You can sponsor a duck in advance by stopping by one of the city's Expand booths this weekend or registering online. This year marks an important milestone for both the Boulder Creek Festival as well as the civic area. The contract with longtime producer Boulder Creek Events for the festival will reach its term this fall, which is also when construction on civic area enhancements will begin. The city is anticipating some changes in 2017 and welcomes your input on the future of the festival. Stop by the City Expand booths to share your thoughts this weekend. For the full lineup of events happening this summer in the civic area, visit the city's website. Thank you for watching Inside Boulder News. Stay in touch with us on Facebook and Twitter by submitting news tips and questions. You can also sign up to receive video updates right in your inbox. Just go to boulderchannel8.com and click on subscribe.